History's Most Feared Gangsters, a countdown. We're about to dissect the stories of history's most feared gangsters, a society who lived by their own code for better, or as you'll see, often for worse. In this video, we'll take you through the lives of some of the most notorious figures in the world of organized crime, peeling back the layers of myth and legend to reveal the human being underneath. What drove them? What were they capable of? Stay tuned till the end and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on notorious figures in history. Al Capone. The name itself conjures images of pinstriped suits, Tommy guns, and the blood-soaked streets of 1920s Chicago. Capone's story is a classic tale of ambition fueled by the intoxicating cocktail of power and prohibition. He built his empire on illegal booze, gambling, and vice, his cunning and brutality unmatched. The same government he so easily manipulated would ultimately bring him down, not for the countless murders he orchestrated, but for something seemingly mundane: tax evasion. They called him a menace to society, a dangerous outlaw, public enemy number one. John Dillinger, with his boyish charm and audacious heists, became a symbol of rebellion during the Great Depression. Dillinger's story, however, is far from a romantic Robin Hood tale. He robbed banks, yes, but he also killed, his actions striking fear into the hearts of everyday citizens. He was a master manipulator, both of the media and of law enforcement, his daring escapes from jail becoming the stuff of legend. Gunned down outside a Chicago theater, his life ended in a blaze of gunfire, cementing his status as an American anti-hero. While other gangsters reveled in violence and intimidation, Charles Lucky Luciano possessed a different kind of weapon: his mind. Luciano was a strategist, a visionary who saw the potential for a vast criminal network, one that transcended ethnic boundaries and operated with ruthless efficiency. Luciano's cunning machinations led to the dismantling of the old Moustache Pete generation of mob bosses, paving the way for the formation of the modern American Mafia. His influence extended far beyond the mean streets of New York City, reaching into the corridors of power and shaping the very fabric of organized crime for decades to come. Vito Genovese, the quiet rise to power. Vito Genovese's story is a masterclass in patience and ruthlessness. From his early days as a hitman for the Morello crime family to his eventual ascension to the top of the Genovese crime family, Genovese left a trail of blood and betrayal in his wake. He was a master manipulator, using his cunning and ruthlessness to eliminate his rivals and consolidate his power. Whitey Bulger, the terror of South Boston. Whitey Bulger's story reads like a classic gangster film, a charismatic but ruthless mob boss ruling over the streets of South Boston with an iron fist. For years, Bulger operated with impunity, his reign of terror fueled by his criminal enterprise and his unholy alliance with the FBI. This dangerous game of cat and mouse, however, couldn't last forever. Carlo Gambino, the godfather in the shadows. Carlo Gambino understood a fundamental truth: true power resided not in notoriety, but in discretion. Under his reign, the Gambino crime family flourished, becoming one of the most powerful and influential criminal organizations in the world. He understood that money was power, and he diversified the family's portfolio beyond traditional rackets, infiltrating legitimate businesses and unions. Sam Giancana, mob boss in the Windy City. Sam Giancana was the epitome of the charismatic but deadly mob boss. Giancana's life was a tangled web of political intrigue, his name linked to presidents and dictators alike. His connections to Hollywood added another layer of glamour and danger, further blurring the lines between fact and fiction. Tommy Lucchese, the underestimated power broker. Tommy Lucchese was a study in contrasts. He projected an air of quiet respectability, a far cry from the stereotypical image of a bloodthirsty mobster. Yet beneath this veneer of normalcy lurked a cunning and ruthless criminal mind. His control over the garment industry in New York City was absolute, his grip on labor unions choking the life out of honest businesses. Louis Lepke Buchalter, the mastermind of Murder Inc. Louis Lepke Buchalter's story is not for the faint of heart. As the boss of all bosses, Buchalter controlled a network of contract killers, their victims ranging from small-time crooks to potential witnesses. But even the most powerful gangsters are not above the law, and Buchalter's reign of terror would eventually come to an end. Nikki Scarfo, the brutal reign of Little Nicky. Don't let the nickname fool you. Scarfo was an evil little man. Nicky Scarfo ruled the Philadelphia underworld with an iron fist, his reign marked by unparalleled violence and brutality. He demanded absolute loyalty from his underlings, and any perceived slight was met with swift and brutal retribution. Under Scarfo's leadership, the streets of Philadelphia ran red with blood. Vic Muso, the Enforcer. Vic Muso's story is a chilling reminder that the Mafia's code of silence, the omerta, could be a weapon as deadly as any gun. Under his reign, the Lucchese family became a well-oiled machine of extortion, racketeering, and murder. Muso's downfall, however, was a testament to the enduring power of justice. Frank Lucas, the American Gangster. Frank Lucas's story is a classic tale of ambition and corruption set against the backdrop of 1970s Harlem. He built his empire on a foundation of ruthlessness and efficiency, cutting out the middlemen and sourcing his product directly from Southeast Asia. Lucas's reign as Harlem's heroin kingpin was short but impactful. Tony Spilotro was the Chicago outfit's ambassador to Sin City, a man who brought the mob's ruthless efficiency to the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas. Spilotro's story is a cautionary tale of greed, ambition, and the seductive allure of power. But Spilotro's reign of terror would eventually catch up with him. Roy DeMeo's story is not for the squeamish. As the leader of the notorious DeMeo crew, he oversaw a reign of terror that left countless victims in its wake. DeMeo's methods were as efficient as they were gruesome. The DeMeo crew operated with a chilling blend of business acumen and psychopathic tendencies. Anthony Casso was a study in contradictions. As the underboss of the Lucchese crime family, Casso was a fearsome figure. He earned the nickname Gaspipe for his preferred method of execution, shooting his victims in the mouth with a shotgun. Casso's story is a testament to the corrosive nature of power. Anthony Nino Gaggi was a man who embodied the Gambino family's ethos of ruthless efficiency. He was a cold-blooded killer, a man who carried out his orders with chilling precision. He was eventually convicted for his role in the murders of 3 mobsters, a testament to the persistence of law enforcement and the enduring power of justice. Chris Rosenberg's story is a cautionary tale of ambition, betrayal, and the deadly consequences of crossing the mob. As a member of the DeMeo crew, Rosenberg was a rising star in the Gambino crime family. He was ambitious and ruthless, eager to prove himself to his superiors. His murder, orchestrated by his former associates in the DeMeo crew, sent shockwaves through the underworld. Henry Berelli was a man who lived in the shadows, his life a testament to the dark side of the American dream. As a member of the notorious DeMeo crew, Berelli was responsible for disposing of the evidence of their crimes. He was a cleaner, a man who made bodies disappear. He eventually turned state's evidence, providing valuable testimony that helped to bring down several members of the DeMeo crew. Jack Dragna was a man who brought the Mafia's brand of organized crime to the sun-drenched streets of Los Angeles. As the boss of the Los Angeles crime family, Dragna oversaw a vast criminal empire that stretched from Hollywood to Las Vegas. He was a pioneer, a man who saw the potential for profit in the burgeoning industries of post-war America. His reign of terror would eventually come to an end, but not before he left an indelible mark on the landscape of organized crime. Bumpy Johnson's story is a complex tapestry of crime, politics, and social change. He was a product of his environment, a man who rose from the poverty and violence of Harlem to become one of the most powerful figures in the neighborhood's history. Johnson was a shrewd businessman, a master strategist who understood the importance of cultivating relationships with both the powerful and the downtrodden. Subscribe for more videos on notorious figures in history. Also, if you love our content and want to support the channel, pick up a Notorious Figures t-shirt. The link is in the description below. Until next time.